Happy Saturday morning, everybody. It's getting towards noon here, but I am trying to make up for a couple of missed days of work that it just didn't happen this week. Wednesday was the 4th, and I actually probably sewed more on the 4th of July than I did Thursday or Friday. A good friend of our family's passed away, and my husband had been his primary caregiver, if you will, for several years. His family lived pretty far away. Was homeless for a while, and he lived with us quite a few years ago, and then his life kind of spiraled down for a while, and then recently he was found an apartment that he could afford to live in, and Andy took care of him, went and helped him with groceries and just, some basic life stuff. Anyway, he passed away from stage 4 cancer on Thursday afternoon, and so my last couple of days have been busy with that sort of thing. But so I decided on Saturday, or I decided this morning, that I probably should come in and do some sewing, and I'm going to try and do some tomorrow in the afternoon after church too, although I won't be showing you guys that. Alright, I have a few spots on these frog pencil pouches that need to be fixed. And not fixed exactly, you just have to sew down the spots to make sure there aren't raw edges. So it's just kind of what I'm gonna fix now before I get going on the zipper part. I did say I would sew zippers, which I will do. Got about 10 of these that I have made up, ready to go. They are at the photographer's now. Hoping to get those back in the next week or so and get them officially listed on our different platforms that we sell on. We'll have them at craft shows this fall. But since it is a back-to-school item, it would be nice to have them ready so you guys can have them for your kids for school this year. And I think Jacob is going to get this, unless he comes up with a better idea. This is going to be Jacob's for school this year. These are just kind of nitpicky things I forgot to do earlier, but it has to be done before the next step can proceed. So it won't take me, not everyone needs done, there are just a few spots. Maybe I will do them one at a time. It'll be just quick. There aren't a lot. That one is there, but it should be covered up when I put my when I sew them up with the fronts and backs together. These are something I started probably a couple months ago, and I am just now getting them together. This winter has been an interesting winter for us. Lots of things have happened that have taken time away from the business, but important family things. So we do have to deal with those things. Should have told my sister Bethany, that I was gonna be on here. Hey, Rebecca. It's always nice to have people watching me. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, which gets a little creepy after a while. Alright. some of these might be covered up, but I just want to make sure that there aren't unfinished seams. So, Rebecca, I don't know if you're still on or not, but I think your time difference, you're an hour ahead of us, right? So it's actually afternoon for you. And probably by the time I get done with this, it'll be afternoon for me too. Oh, I must have got that one a little short. I also feel like I'm not super exciting today. Ah! It is not threading. Come on. Work with me a little bit, people. Or people, machine. Alright, there we go. Alright, one little last one here. Probably not even going to see it once it's all sewn up. That's okay. Done. Just tiny little bits. Okay, so you start with your front, and I have a pile of green zippers here, and I am just gonna lay it on here. It doesn't really matter which way the zipper goes. I don't know if there's like a real way. Excuse me. I still have a little bit of a cough from my cold or whatever. So, lay it on there, and then I have, off to the side here, I have the middles. So you just sandwich the zipper. Oh, it's not cut exactly like it all, is it? Ha. Okay, you're just going to sandwich the zipper, and you have to, one thing I sometimes forget is to make sure the zipper is facing the right direction. It always needs to be right sides together with the front of the pencil pouch, or the outside of the pencil pouch, as the case may be. When I sew the back, it'll have to face that also. And I also start in the middle. So it actually takes about 4 passes to get it to the right spot. Goodbye, Emily. I love you. The eldest child is off to her job at the bakery. Here's the next one. My zippers come from the thrift store in town, and I think the majority of them I'm using today are completely new zippers, but you know, I have no idea, but they seem to have a lot of zippers there. Some are used. I don't know if I just live in a really frugal town or what, but we end up with a lot of zippers that got torn out and stuck in someone's sewing stash and then didn't get used. That's okay. I am happy to use them. And whether they're used or not, they cost $0.25. And if I buy them online, they're considerably more than that. Hey, Tasha. I'm assuming that Justin is out in the shop, so. How's the new baby? Well, she's not so new anymore. Cute pictures, though. All right, the third one. my middles are really close to the same color green, but I think I cut out middles at 2 different times, so I have to be a little more careful about making sure my middles match the inside of the pencil cases. So I feel like my brain is pretty fried today, and I don't have much to talk about. Putting zippers in, so exciting. It's just been that kind of a week. And I think I've got, oops, there's the backs. I think I have 10 frogs is what I counted. So zipper. I hope I counted correctly because I pulled out 10 green zippers. I really need to have some music going for when I don't have anything better to talk about. You have to line up you see all 3 layers there. So you have the front, and then the zipper goes, and then the inside of the pencil pouch. And I think the next thing I'm gonna, well, it's on my list to do, that I will be doing a live for is the alligators. I realized I had no more alligator pencil pouches, so I probably should get some of those on hand as well for back to school season. I'm hoping these sell well. This will be our first year on Etsy with these. This was requested for Easter. It was a fire belly toad, I think, which does not have a happy ending to the one I made for, it was a custom order that I made on Etsy, and the lady never purchased it. So I think my sister ended up with that one. She could sell that one at her shows. So anyway, but it did force me to make the frog pencil pouch and frogs in general, which I had been putting off for a long time. Wanted to make them, and the ideas had just never happened. But hopefully there's happy outcome with sales on the website and on Etsy this summer. The sales of pencil pouches should pick up pretty soon here. At least they did the last 2 years. So, and since I've got some new offerings, those should be a winner for the summer. Alright, paying attention to... Oh, here's one of the ones that someone must have pulled off another clothing item over time, because you can see it's has a few little spots on it which won't show once it's sewn in there, and it's also got thread in it that I kind of try and get picked off. But as you can see, the zipper still works really, really well, so we're gonna give it some new life as a frog. It'll be a frog, it'll go to school, it'll meet lots of children, and it will be a happy frog. And if I was a famous painter, I would say it would be a happy little frog hopping around a happy little pond with happy little trees. Okay, there's about, 4 more to go here. Excuse me. All right. These are invisible zippers, and I think those are almost harder to put on. Somehow the zipper curls around a little bit. I can lose track of my insides. All right, there we go. Has to all line up and be pretty. Maybe I need some more coffee. I should text Anna and have her bring me another cup of coffee. Does anybody want to do that? Text Anna. Tell her her mother needs some coffee. Or there's Diet Pepsi in the fridge in here. That'd probably be a little easier than yelling at Anna. Who I think might be taking a nap with the puppy on the couch. I can't decide who sleeps more, Anna or the puppy. So, what's everybody doing this weekend? I obviously am sewing. Children are working. Andy's cleaning out his friend's apartment. Jacob is fishing. He's a little perturbed at me that I would not stop at Walmart and get him his worms. So his sister took pity on him and gave him her debit card so he could take his bike and go get his own worms. Oh dear, I think I am one zipper short. Oh, no I'm not. Never mind. Just ignore me. Well, don't ignore me. Stay here and watch me. Talk to me. If you're joining me, say hello. Give me something to talk about besides what my children are doing today. Oh, this is another reclaimed zipper. It's got some thread in it. But, see? It works perfectly fine. Yay! So if Jacob is off fishing and he catches something, the requirement at our house is if you catch it or if you shoot it, because he really likes to take his BB gun, his pellet gun out and kill rabbits. That's his favorite thing, is rabbits. His dad said you have to eat it. So my favorite joke at the moment for him is he also really likes to swat at flies. I don't know. It's just that kind of kid. I asked him the other day if he was going to make fly soup with all the flies that he had swatted. He thought that was kind of gross, which it is. It's really disgusting, but, you know, if you kill it, you gotta eat it. You're going to work on those survival skills, buddy. Let's really work on them. Alright, now. Who is watching me? I would love to say hello. Unless you don't want to be known, and then that's okay too. Ugh. Okay, it's this rounded bottom. So someday I'll sew the zippers on shark pencil pouches because that's really round and it's hard to sew the zippers on the shark pencil pouches with that mouth shape. But it's worth it because it looks super cute when it's done, and it's just worth it. Okay, so that is the first. This is really time consuming and it's all green. But what other color would you make a frog? Like if you could say, ooh, I would like a... What other frogs are out there? There's tree frogs. And those are pretty, like, bright colors. Like yellow and orange. And I just think those would have to be special requests, though. Like, you wouldn't want to just make a ton of tree frogs. Alright, now I have to go back on this one and sew them all the other direction to get that first part of the zipper. And then I also make sure that I've caught everything. It's just how I've done it, and I just want it to be a secure product that isn't going to fall apart, you know, the minute your kid walks in the classroom at school. Are you guys mostly seeing my hands, or I wasn't really watching my own feet over there to see if you can see, if you're just seeing hands or if you're seeing some actual sewing happening. That'd be good, right? So there will be a little bit of a curve to the zipper. Not a big one, though. Mostly you just need room to put some pencils in there and call it good. Hey, Sarah. Blue tree frogs. Yes, blue tree frogs. Blue and yellow and orange. I don't even know what colors are out there. Not, like, huge animal, like, knowing what, like, species are out there. But I do think it'd be fun to make some of those different colors. But I think it would be kind of a very specialized market where just the regular green frogs are probably a little more like, I don't know, the frogs people are familiar with. Like Anna and Jacob the other day went for a walk. Oh, sorry. Alarm that goes off at noon now. I'll have to remember that. They went out, maybe they just took... Oh, and there's my husband calling at exactly the same time. They went out for a walk, and they came home with 2 giant toads. Like, what are you guys planning on doing with these? They did just let them go in the yard, but still. Mom, we didn't find anything else, but look, or I don't know what they said to me. But we did come home with a present for you. And I'm like, really? I do not want your toads. I do not want giant toads. Also, this morning I stood in the bathroom and screamed because I was picking up some laundry off the floor and a giant spider came out. And I stood there and screamed, and Anna came and she smashed it for me. It was big. It was probably like, no joke, with legs and all, it was like 2 inches across. That was a huge spider. It's like, no way am I killing it. She killed it and I did wipe it up. But still. Oh, I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I hate snakes. Okay, I turned the volume off, and I don't know. Oh, wait, Andy just texted me or something. So I think when I've got these first pieces set up, I'm going to sew the other half, the other zipper, other side of the zipper on. Just so you guys, and then I'm going to sew one up completely, just so you can see, like, start to finish. And then I will do the rest on my own time. Oh, there's people just commenting on Facebook stuff. I have no idea. That's okay. I thought if it was Andy texting me, I would maybe respond. He might actually need something since he is cleaning out this apartment. And Joshua is with him for the day. Joshua really liked our friend Ernie, and Andy would take him up there every now and then to visit. And so we thought it would be good for Josh to be able to say goodbye a little bit. We didn't bring up any of the kids to see Ernie, and there won't really be much of a memorial, or a service at all. And so we thought this would be a good way for Josh to maybe have a little bit of a goodbye. He's helping Daddy clean out the apartment. I don't know, it's tough for kids to understand why people don't have a place to live, or families that love them. And so I think we're just trying to show the kids that you know, it might be difficult to help somebody in a situation like this, but it's still important to care for people who might be a little more unlovable, I guess. Although Ernie was a pretty great guy. He's a pretty gentle older man, and but still he had some quirks. Okay, so that, I'm going to set the rest of these aside, and I'll just come back to them later. If we could do one whole complete one for you today. So here's the first half of the zipper done. And you kind of just get everything to match up. It's more important to do that when I'm ready to actually sew. But they have that soft white belly on them and the crazy quilting all around to make kind of a speckled frog. So, and then you put, I'm going to choose a polka dotty green. Actually, I think I have 2 different shades of green for my backs, and they're both polka dots. You just have to match that up. That's where you're going to know where to put the zipper. And match it up, and then you have to pull it down just a little bit to sew that next zipper in there. And then, let's see, I have to find the right color middle. Oh, nope, I did have that wrong. There we go. That matches. And pull off some threads there. Okay. And I'm going to know where to start this by just pulling this down a little bit too. And then we go, so we started sewing about in there. And it doesn't, you don't have to be precise. It will, you can kind of match it up and figure it out as you go, I guess. I have no precise instructions for sewing. I just kind of wing it. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a while, and doesn't mean it turns out right every time. I have a very nice seam ripper, and it gets used a lot. Here, I'll show you my seam ripper, just in case any of you think this is really important. I'll show you. Here is my seam ripper. Isn't that cool? It's hand-turned acrylic or something. Andy bought it for me for Mother's Day last year at Tulip Time. So there's a nice craft show we are part of. So that's my nice seam ripper. And I told the guy when we bought it that I use my seam rippers a lot. And they tend to go dull because I use them for other things besides just ripping seams. There's some other uses with that pointy tool. And he did say that if it ever became dull and unusable, that he would replace it for me. And he's local, so I thought that was really nice of him. Okay, so there is the zipper put in. And then I'm going to flip it around. This is the part I always forget. You have to move the zipper in just a little bit. So when you're sewing the pencil case together, you've got it. Alright, so there is the zipper put in. And you can see, I don't know what you can see there. This is like the back and the front. And then I'm going to put them together and sew them. So you can see a finished frog. And I start down here at the base. And I am gonna, this is a plastic zipper. The metal ones are a little trickier because I have broken needles on the metal zippers and I do not like to use those. But plastic ones you can just sew right over and it's not a problem at all. So you just have to line up your 4 layers. The plain green is the inside, and then you see that as the foundation that I sewed the original frog on. And then there's the frog front and the frog back. So you just have to kind of line them up as you go. And yes, I could use pens. Pens, who needs those? I do not like pens if I don't have to. Sometimes I do. I'm not sure why this isn't lining up better. I did notice when I went to cut out the insides that the fronts didn't match my original pattern. So I'm not sure what happened. I have a feeling Emily did some cutting for me and it got bigger as it went along or something. I don't know. So we're just gonna, another reason you're gonna have to wing it here. And it's going to get a little tuck up here at the top. That's okay. It's on the inside. Nobody but you are going to know. The one thing that's kind of important is making sure that the zipper matches up at the end. Because if your zipper gets off a little bit, then it tends to rip apart, and you want your pencils to stay in your pencil pouch, so you need the zipper to stay together. Okay, am going to flip it because I need to check to make sure I got all my seams, and then I'm going to turn it back and do some trimming. So it looks tidy on the inside, and it'll be a little smoother once it's trimmed. But I have to make sure that I caught all the edges, all the seams. I mean, we're sewing through quite a few layers, so yep, I got them. Okay, so now I have to turn it back out, and I'm also trying to do this so you can see it, which I just realized that I didn't catch that, but we'll try and do this so you can see. All right. So, all right. To clip the curves, and I like to do that one like that, and then I'm gonna come in with the pinking shears, some heavy duty scissors, pinking shears right there, and that's going to help with the clipping the curves. A friend of mine showed me this trick a long time ago when I was sewing little girl dresses, and she said, take your pinking shears and on your curves, use that because it's the same effect as clipping your curves. The pinking shears kind of does it for you. So, but on the inner curve there, it's kind of small and it's hard to get them in there. Kind of little, but yep. Anyway, that's the part there where it's really important to make it look good. And I guess I should tell you, since I have your undivided attention, that I will be doing a live sale on Wednesday evening, and I'm going to have fall and Christmas items for Christmas in July. And I'm hoping to have a whole nativity set to show you. And I have Christmas, like Santa, gnomes, snowmen. What else do I have? I'll have our turkey, which has been a really, really popular item. And I will have, you can buy the nativity pieces as a whole set, or you can buy them individual pieces also. Like just the Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. What else will I have? Thinking of my Christmas and fall stuff. Oh, I just have some, what you think of Christmas pillows, I guess. I think I might have a Christmas owl. I don't know. Honestly, it's stuff left from last Christmas. And it would be really, really great if I could sew some new stuff. So. All right, the frog is coming together here. I hope I'm holding things under the... All right, and here it is. So all ready to be a pencil pouch for a special somebody. And let me get a pen here to give you an idea of, close the pen so I don't get ink on it. So that's a pen, obviously that's a pen. Here is a pencil, so you know that they would fit in there for school. Now you're not going to get 24 colored pencils and your scissors and your glue stick and your whatever, but it will still hold considerable items. And let's see, you could use it for the cords for your cell phone or devices in your purse. It's just a pouch, so it'll hold lots and lots of things. A little pair of scissors go in there. That might be cutting it close to get a pair of scissors in there. But school scissors would be smaller. These are just my sewing ones. I don't know, what else can you put in there besides... It obviously would be a coin purse or a wallet. I don't know. anything that you could put in your purse or your backpack. Now, I also make a bigger size that I am going to turn into a backpack. But the zipper would have to go... I'm thinking if I did a backpack that I would, instead of putting a zipper on the bottom, which would be really stupid for a backpack, I would probably put a zipper here along. It's going to be way too hard to put a zipper up here. It just wouldn't look... I don't think it would look good. So I would probably put a zipper up there. And you flip the eyes down to open it up. And then your straps somewhere. But I think a frog would make an excellent backpack. You know, just my many, many ideas that someday I will get together and do. So, that is the frog. And he is not on Etsy yet. I'm waiting on those pictures. But pencil cases like this are $25 and they are free shipping. And they're on their website too, which is sirwinslowzoo.com. Or you could just message me here on Facebook if you are interested in one for school. All right. It's always fun chatting with you. And I know Saturday was a really weird day at lunchtime to come on, but it worked for me. And you can rewatch these at any time. And I also have a YouTube channel now that I am posting the videos on from live. I just think it's one more way to get out there in the world. And probably put it on Instagram TV too, because it's kind of fun. So, alright. I will chat with all of you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.